Starting the second half atop the conference, and it's in large part because of that brother right there, Cade Cunningham, and he had it going early. Tallied 24 on 9 of 19. The fifth time he's put up a 20-piece in a half against the Knicks. Pistons up 10 at the break. Later in the third quarter, though, it was still a whole lot of motorcade. This time splitting the defenders, and Karl Anthony Towns just Olay. Just quick little sidestep from the big fella.
His missed decision.
I can't blame him. Pistons up 11 after 3 and under 5 left in the fourth. Cunningham, come on, man.
Yep. One of those nights.
Yeah, it's one of them nights. One of them nights. Cade with 40 at that point, ensuing possession. Cunningham, the assist to Danis Jenkins, who throws that down. 42 and 13 dimes for Cade. Pistons roll again.
Chine here to talk with us. The pro game return of NBA, Chine, and the return of Cade Cunningham. 42 points, 13 dimes at MSG. Fifth player ever to do that. What did you see from the former #1 pick?
Phil, do you hear that? Vroom, 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 vroom. Here comes the motorcade. And Cade Cunningham not only has the keys to his team, he has the keys right now to the NBA, a 41 and 13 record, which is best in the league. And honestly, you could just tell this after All-Star break, he wanted to make a statement. The Knicks came out, they were fired up, they had energy, and he quieted the noise. As you mentioned, 42 points, 13 assists, 5 made threes. They are the first team to beat the Knicks 3 times this season. They also beat the Knicks by an average of 28 points. So statement is loudly heard, and it's not just by the play, it's the vroom vroom that I love.
Yeah, and that stat makes a statement. Average win, 28 points per game, and ESPN Analytics says this is the likeliest Eastern Conference Finals matchup. Chine, as always, we appreciate you. Thanks.
I got this. And this brother is a superstar. We are going, listen, Cade Cunningham should be a top 2 candidate for league MVP honors right now. Top 2. With Shai Gilgeous being out injured, Oklahoma City being the #1 seed, obviously being capable of being the #1 seed. But Detroit is there right now. Jaylen Brown, with what he's had to work with and him doing what he has to do, we have to put him up there in that conversation. There is no doubt about that. But be very, very clear. Cade Cunningham could easily end up league MVP if Detroit continues to win like this.
I'm with
and this brother who's averaging over 25, look at this right now. Don't give me. I don't want to see Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. Okay? You the reigning defending NBA champion. Shea Butters special, averaging over 30 for a 4th straight year. I get that part, but he been out the last couple of weeks. Jokic missed about damn near a month. I don't want to hear this. Cade Cunningham should be ahead of both of them right now. Ahead of both of them. And Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics should be in that conversation. Cade Cunningham walked into the Garden. I'm going to repeat this for somebody that may have missed the top of the show, even though many people don't miss the top of the show. Here's the deal, y'all. Here's the deal, y'all. He rolled up in there and looked like Jordan. He rolled up in there and looked like LeBron. He rolled up in there and looked like Kobe. God rest his soul. And he rolled up in there looking like Steph. Cade Cunningham don't shoot threes like that. But last night he went like this. I'm going to just pull out my arsenal because we shorthanded, and these brothers actually think that they're going to take us out. I'm going to roll up into the Garden, and I'm going to ruin the night for New Yorkers everywhere and for Knicks fans everywhere. He went to the Garden, the Mecca, the big stage, and snatched it away from Brunson and everybody else in between. Bust their living ass. They couldn't stop him. They couldn't stop him. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, damn, this is the last thing that you needed. We are having to sit here today in February. I'm literally telling you, we should pray we don't have to face the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs. Now, Cleveland's catching up. They're the 3rd seed. Cleveland's catching up. If the New York Knicks to fall to the 4th seed, assuming they get out of the first round of the playoffs, then you got to face the Pistons in the 2nd round. We all know, based off of what we see last night for the 3rd time, New York Knicks going home. They got to face the Detroit Pistons. They're not beating the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs this year. The only way for the New York Knicks to keep our hopes up is for somebody else to take out the Pistons. The New York Knicks cannot beat the Pistons. I'm saying it here on national television. I'm done with this New York Knicks team thinking they could beat Detroit. They can't do it. Detroit's coming. They've been telling them they coming. They came, they whipped your ass once. They came again, they whipped your ass twice. Then they came into the Garden shorthanded, and they whipped your ass again. They're telling you, y'all ain't worth a damn to us. We gonna take you out. And they've told us, and their coach did it in the offseason when he rolled up right here on this set and told us what he was going to do. Warning the Knicks. They've been begging for them. The New York Knicks know it, and they've done nothing about it. The Detroit Pistons did the equivalent of walking up to the New York Knicks, pimp slapping them on the street, and saying to them, what you going to do about it? And the New York Knicks have not answered the call. That is not what we expected to see from the New York Knicks. But we have seen it. I am disgusted. It hurts. I don't like feeling this way, but damn it, all my hopes went out the window watching that last night. I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night watching that game. I stayed up 3 o'clock in the morning watching that game. And I made sure no one told me any outcomes. I didn't look around or whatever. I flew back, I got home, and I stayed up till 3 o'clock